Right now on News 9 at 6 o'clock, an Edmond attorney is accused of stalking a 16-year-old girl. I'm Lacie Lowry. Coming up, what police say happened when he showed up to her job.
I'm Robin Marsh. The U.S. House could vote today to end the government shutdown. When the bill could be on the president's desk and the government reopened, we're talking about it this morning.
I'm Colby Thelen. SNAP recipients finally getting some relief after that temporary pause in payments. Why one recipient says it's teaching her to be prepared.
Live from downtown Oklahoma City, Oklahoma's own News 9 starts now.
Good morning. Glad you're here with us on this Wednesday morning. A lot to talk about today, including yesterday, such a nice forecast, both at nighttime and a beautiful sunset.
Man, what a night with the Aurora Borealis. I mean, thousands of pictures have been coming in. We didn't get to see it, but
we love your pictures,
did,
though.
Yes.
Yeah, we're getting pictures and video. If you have some amazing ones, send them to pics@news9.net. We're sharing them. And Lacie, you took your family out. You guys saw them last night.
Oh, we absolutely did. I mean, you could see them right in the heart of Edmond. You could see them in Oklahoma City, but you had to look, of course, to the north, and it was clearer on your cell phone. You get away from the city lights. It was absolutely amazing. Our storm trackers were going nuts. We love those guys and gals for sure. Kyle Wilson up near Fort Supply Lake. Look at the colors on the horizon. Of course, he is looking on the northern sky. You could see the pinks, the reds, the greens showing up. There were places in Oklahoma where you could see the pillars. This was visible all the way down to central Texas, all the way down through Florida. It was absolutely amazing. A G4 solar storm that hit our atmosphere and caused the northern lights. So there's a chance we see them again tonight. More cloud cover, may not be as visible just due to the strength, but we'll talk more about that. Yesterday was in the 70s. It was beautiful to get outside. Now this morning, a weak front is moving in. It's giving us a north wind along and north of I-44. Skies are clear on our Lucky Star Sky Cam network. It's 41 as you're heading out this morning. You want the jacket. Many have fallen into the 30s, the low 40s. Winds are light, and we're climbing back to the 70s this afternoon. Now we're closing in on record highs before our next front, and if you're ready for rain, we have found some. We'll talk about that slow-moving storm system coming up.
We are following breaking news this morning. One person rushed to the hospital after a shooting in northwest Oklahoma City. News 9's Brianna Brown is live at the scene. This is near Northwest Expressway and May. Crime scene tape is up. Brianna, what have you learned about the investigation?
Yes, it's still a very active scene here right off Northwest Expressway, and right here where they have it blocked up and where the crime scene tape is actually the Northwest Expressway service road. Now, we do have some video of what this scene looked like. They've been here since just before 2 a.m. Now, we do have it confirmed that police say that one person was transported to the hospital with a gunshot wound. They do have one person in custody as well, but it's not confirmed if that person is the suspect. Now, the medical examiner was just actually on scene. We saw some investigators taking pictures, but we don't have a clear answer on the condition of that one person that was injured. But we are still working to get some more information, as well as more information on the suspect. But they do have this service road blocked off a bit. Now, this is right by the Integris Heart Hospital, kind of in the parking lot where this all happened. But we'll continue to update you as we get more information this morning. Live in Oklahoma City, Brianna Brown, Oklahoma's own News 9.
Brianna, the latest from northwest Oklahoma City. Other headlines now. A person is dead after they are hit by a car on the southwest side of the city. This was the scene. It happened around 6:30 last night near Southwest 59th and Douglas. Oklahoma City police say the victim was hit by the car and was taken to the hospital, then passed away from their injuries. Police say the driver is cooperating with officers. No names have been released.
A Metro attorney is arrested. He is accused of stalking a 16-year-old girl here in the Metro. The police reports show the attorney, David Spielman, seen here, first noticed a teenage driver at a red light and then reportedly followed the girl to her job at a retail store. Police tell News 9 that the man returned multiple times and left a dinner invitation, again for the 16-year-old girl, with an associate at the store where she works. When the attorney showed up for that dinner, he was actually met by police. Since 2023, police reports claim that man harassed or actually stalked multiple teens. According to the State Bar Association, the attorney and his license remain in good standing today. We'll be watching that aspect. We're watching the morning drive for you here on a Wednesday morning, 6:05. Hopefully things are A-OK. Let's check in with Megan. She's monitoring things for us. Megan, how are we doing?
Doing great, and it's exactly probably what everybody wants to hear as we get going here early on your Wednesday morning. The Broadway extension, things are starting to pick up there down to 235, but still looking good to go. Your drive time from Edmond taking 235 to downtown, about 8 minutes, so very typical for this time of morning. I-40 in Meridian looking off to the west. If you're coming into Oklahoma City from the West Metro, nothing to slow you down and no accidents metro-wide right now. One more shot down on the south side. Those of you that commute from Norman to Moore into Oklahoma City, no accidents there either, and really not congested. I know it's early in the morning though, so really across the entire metro, nothing to slow you down, no accidents, and I will let you know if that changes. Your drive times are normal speeds, normal times from all directions.
If all goes according to plan, the longest government shutdown in history could actually end sometime today.
Yeah, members of the House right now hurrying back to D.C. to give final approval for legislation to restore funding. News 9's Washington Bureau Chief Alex Cameron shows us how we got here.
Well, the House has been out of session now for a month and a half, since September 19th, when Republicans narrowly passed what then was a clean continuing resolution to fund the government through November 21st.
The House did their job. We passed a clean CR. We don't want anybody to lose their funding. It's Chuck Schumer who wants to lose the funding to try to make a political point.
But Minority Leader Schumer pointed out that when he was Majority Leader, the Senate passed 13 similar CRs, never had a shutdown.
You want to know why? It's because we negotiated with them. They didn't.
On this vote, the yeas are 55 and the nays are 45.
And so began a series of failed attempts in the Senate to pass the CR and daily news conferences, each side blaming the other as the impacts of the shutdown worsened.
I don't think they're going to win this fight, but they're certainly inflicting a lot of pain and damage in the process.
The central dispute became the Democrats' demand that Republicans negotiate on extending Affordable Care Act tax credit set to expire at the end of the year, Republicans saying they would not negotiate anything until the government was reopened.
We're not going to solve all health care issues while we're in a shutdown. That's just not going to happen.
Behind the scenes, bipartisan talks involving both Oklahoma senators eventually bore fruit, convincing enough moderate Democrats that their best chance to extend ACA subsidies was, in fact, to end the shutdown.
There was a whole bunch of us that was involved trying to get the government back open. And fortunately, the clock ran out on the Democrats.
Now, what the Senate passed Monday night extends funding through January, includes some full-year appropriations, and guarantees Democrats a vote on the extension of subsidies. Assuming House members get back on time, the bill is expected to pass, probably very narrowly again, Wednesday evening. In our Washington Bureau, I'm Oklahoma's own Alex Cameron.
And Oklahoma families who depend on SNAP benefits are finally seeing some relief after a pause in payments earlier this month. Oklahoma Human Services is now issuing partial November SNAP benefits. One recipient, though, says that she was relieved to see $93 added to her EBT card. While it's not close to what she normally gets, she says every bit helps feed her 6 children. She also says this has taught her to be prepared.
This taught me to step back and, hey, look, I'm going to have to set an account for groceries. You still have to come up with some type of plan because you never know when it'll disappear.
SNAP benefits will be issued automatically. Recipients can check balances through the Connect EBT app or over on the website.
We're watching that forecast for you on a Wednesday morning, and if you liked yesterday, pretty nice day today.
Sign us up. Let's check in with Lacie. She's in the Bob Mills Weather Center. Hey, Lace.
Good morning, guys. We're seeing lots of vibrant colors in the sky right now, and that is the sunrise, not the northern lights. We're starting to break daylight. We've got 30s, 40s as you're heading out, and yeah, it's going to be another spectacular day. 60s by lunchtime, low 70s for afternoon highs. We're talking 72, 73 degrees. Then as we get through the next several days, upper 70s, 80s, close to record highs on the way. Cold front for the weekend, and then heavy rain and storms. A couple of days of rain. We'll time it all out for you coming up.
The family of an Oklahoma death row inmate who is set for execution tomorrow is calling for their loved ones clemency. In just a few moments, what the governor plans to do before making a final decision.
And boy, what a turn of events. The 4 Glencoe High School basketball players are reinstated. They'll be able to play for Glencoe this season. Coming up, the agreement that put the team back on the court. Next.
Time for the bus stop forecast. Much more pleasant Bus stop this morning.
Yeah.
And it has been
it's
like
chilly,
Monday.
but not flat cold.
Yeah.
Oh,
Right.
my goodness. It's kind of, we were in the Arctic tundra there for
It was
one
brutal.
day. I know.
Yeah.
Now it's warmer. Now we've got 30s, we have 40s, skies are clear. It's a beautiful start. We have 70s today, and we may be able to see the northern lights again tonight.
Come on.
They were so vibrant last night. They were so gorgeous. We love all of your pictures, your videos that you've been sending in. We're showing those throughout the morning. As the kiddos are getting ready to head to school, we're already breaking daylight. We're down to 42 in Oklahoma City, but many areas have fallen into the 30s. 63 by 11 and 73 with sunny skies is what we're expecting. Speaking of the kiddos, Rodna sent us this picture, and I absolutely love it. Getting the kiddos out in the back of the pickup truck, driving out away from the city lights to take a look at the views last night. It was just stunning. And some areas you could see the vibrancy of the northern lights with the naked eye. Many areas you had to have your camera lens up and then you could see it, but absolutely gorgeous. You could see them in Edmond, Oklahoma City, Moore, Norman, all the way down to Texas, all the way down to Florida. This was a very potent solar storm that took place yesterday, and eventually it really disrupted our ionosphere wherever it was hitting the outer layers there of our atmosphere, dancing with all the different colors. It was gorgeous. Another picture Greg sent us from Strong City, and now we do have a chance again tonight. We'll see. Stay tuned to the forecast through the day because this changes pretty rapidly. Forecasting solar flares and solar storms, the science is kind of in its infancy. So they're doing a great job though. And today it looks like as you get down into Oklahoma into this evening tonight, there is a chance again that you could see some of the colors. They may not be as vibrant. Northern portions of the United States have the best viewing, and we'll have a chance for a few more clouds moving through this evening and tonight in Oklahoma City and across the state. We are clear right now. It's beautiful. Weak boundary is moving in. It's basically giving us a north wind along I-44 and northward. Doesn't really cool us off. Today we're well above our average. Average is 62 today, forecasting 73. The record is 84. Now Thursday we're closer to the record. By Friday and Saturday, we're just a few degrees away from either tying or breaking the record highs. That's how warm we're about to be before another cold front hits Saturday, and that will cool us back off. Your Lucky Star Skycam network, there's a live look at OCCC. If you have an early morning flight, the airport's looking good. 41 is the current temperature, and again, our Lucky Star Skycam network, beautiful with the clouds right now, not impacting the beautiful sunrise. Temperatures are in the 30s, the 40s. It is chilly, and winds are fairly light, so no major wind chill expected. Just had a 16-mile-an-hour gust out along I-40 out in Beckham County. That's kind of the strongest wind. We're into the upper 60s, low 70s today. Pick out your hometown. Enid 72, 74 Clinton, 77 Lawton. Southeast wind 5 to 15. It looks amazing. Temps across the nation, we've got 20s, 30s, 40s, some 60s to our south. And that cold blast that impacted Oklahoma brought us that hard killing freeze, has been impacting Florida. Yesterday was chilly. Many areas are even colder this morning. Gainesville is down to 29 degrees, significantly colder than Oklahoma City. And that is not good news for Florida. Their infrastructure is not made for freezing temperatures. They have to drip their pipes, all their tropical plants. They have to find ways to protect. So they're hurting down in Florida with how cold it has been and how cold it is again this morning. We turn our attention all the way across the Pacific. Okay, here's Russia. This is our next storm coming off the coast of Russia. It's got to cross the Pacific Ocean. It's a week away from bringing us rain chances. So for the next week, we do look dry. There's a storm headed our way this weekend. It's pretty weak. As that presses in, it does give us that cold front, but the moisture with it stays to our north. I think we're dry. Heading into Tuesday, Wednesday, moisture starts to return. The next upper level wave approaches. That's the storm that's over Russia, bringing us thunderstorm chances, waves of rain, maybe even all the way through Friday of next week. Long way away. We'll get you the details of it as it gets closer. Right now, it's looking promising, though, for some good moisture. Tonight, 30s and 40s again, mainly mid-upper 40s. Some low-lying areas may dip into the 30s. Here's your Thursday, your Thursday. 73 Ponca, 75 Stillwater, 81 in Ardmore tomorrow. A little more wind coming up for tomorrow. And if you've got big plans for your Friday, 70s and low 80s is what we are anticipating. Now, let me show you your 9-day forecast because it's a dry one and a warm to hot one over the next few days. Front hits, we're at 69 on Sunday, 70s next week before that next storm hits. Rain chances go up to 60% starting Wednesday, Thursday, maybe even into Friday of next week, and we turn chilly. Back to you.
Well, my new podcast drops later this morning, and my next guest in the spotlight is OCCC President Dr. Matra Staley-Jones. Life was very difficult for her growing up in the small town of Ardmore, Oklahoma. She told me about food insecurities And she said she saw things that children should never see. Dr. Jones says, though, she refused to let her circumstances as a young girl define the outcome of her life. Was there ever a time, though, like, can you go back to a place in your mind as a little girl that thought, I got to get out of here?
Every day, every single day, I knew that I had to do something different because life had to look different for me.
Well, Dr. Jones is proof that where you start does not have to determine how you finish. Dr. Matra Staley-Jones is my next guest in the spotlight. The episode drops at 10:30 this morning. It's on YouTube. There's the QR code. You can snap that. It'll take you to the Oklahoma's Own Originals YouTube page. We'll link all that on our website, news9.com.
Can't wait to see it.
Yeah. She's actually getting inducted into the Oklahoma Hall of Fame tomorrow night.
Oh my gosh.
Good timing.
Yeah, I said she's a woman of faith. I said you're in the Hall of Fame and you're in the Hall of Faith in my book as well.
Awesome.
She said it was God and her grandmother that got her out of a really tough time, her and her siblings growing up.
Wow. Yeah. Great story.
Can't wait. 10:30 this morning. It'll drop.
Looking forward to that. Right now we want to turn to Megan Gold. She's standing by with a check of traffic this morning. Hey, Megan.
Hey, getting going, starting to see some daylight out on the eastern horizon. Sunrise this morning at 7:02, so just under an hour away. And you know it's sunset tonight just before 5:30, those early sunsets. Here's the view, the Broadway extension from our Lucky Star Skycam network, our American Fidelity camera. The morning drive is picking up here. Those of you that commute out to Tinker know we've got thousands of Oklahomans that do that. Out I-40 looks good to go there. And then a little farther back to the west, I-40 and Penn looks great if you're coming in from the western sides of the metro. So we don't have any accidents as of right now. Hopefully we'll keep it that way, but good to go across all of our metro highways from up to the north, down to the south, east, and west. Your drive times continue to look good from all directions. Guys, back over to you.
All right, Megan, thank you. Coming up here on News 9, the Oklahoma City Thunder off to a good start for this two-game homestand. Coming up, Steve McGehee gives the recap of what went right after the break.
The Thunder do it again. Golden State remains winless on the road after OKC beat them at the Paycom Center last night, 126-102.
It wasn't even close, that's for sure. Our Thunder reporter, Steve McGehee, was there. Here's his story from the Paycom Center.
A convincing win by the Oklahoma City Thunder last night. Golden State Steph Curry, a season low, 11 points, only had 1 3 in the ball game. Their so-called big three of Curry, Jimmy Butler, and Draymond Green, they combined for only 26 points. Chet Holmgren last night didn't miss a shot. SGA was SGA, and the Thunder defense was spectacular. But here's Mark Daignault on Chet's performance last night.
I think that's been brewing, since the beginning of the season. He's done a really good job, with the floor game at the 4. He's played almost predominantly 4, finding his spots to get himself involved in the actions and transition. I think that's helped, and really being a good spacer. I thought he found some nice stuff on the baseline tonight. He's really honed his system skills, even at a position that he didn't play early in his career, and that's how you end up with nights like tonight for him.
This game was pretty much over after 3 quarters, which is great for the Thunder since they play the Lakers tonight here at Paycom Center. 8:30 start against Luka and the LA Lakers. From Paycom Center, Steve McGehee, Oklahoma's Own.
Great to see a good win. Now it's time for the outdoor forecast. Here's Lacie Swope. Lacie.
Good morning, guys. My 2 favorite things in one picture, Oklahoma wildlife and the Oklahoma skies.
Yeah.
This shot is stunning, okay? This is public land deer hunt, Dallas Barber. He's a big game biologist with the wildlife department. A buddy of mine, he'll be on our podcast coming up next week with Will Wilson. They were able to get archery deer on public land yesterday. You can see the tag there on their harvest. And then with the Northern Lights, they captured this shot yesterday. Are you kidding me? Look at their camper in the background. If that's not living the high life, I don't know what is.
Awesome.
Amazing. Wow. Just the entire story of the hunts are incredible. And then also to top it off with the Northern Lights and seeing those was absolutely amazing. Now, with the cold air that we've had getting later and later in the year, the deer rut is going on. The bucks are chasing the does like crazy. Watch out during the mornings, the evenings. This can go on overnight, during the day. Temperatures in the low 70s today with sunny skies, and we have an east wind. We'll talk about a warming trend. It looks hot for the Oklahoma outdoors. That's coming up. For now, we'll send over to you, Megan. I know you got to crash.
We've got our Stephen Owsley here at Southwest 15th and Mustang Road. That's out on the west side, just south of I-40. Here's the scene there. You can see law enforcement. I think they're trying to kind of figure out what happened, and we do know that Southwest 15th is blocked. If that's part of your morning drive, let me show it to you on the map really quickly here. Again, Southwest 15th, it's a construction zone already, so already kind of dicey. There's I-40, the outlet shops just down to the southwest. So again, Southwest 15th and Mustang Road. I'll have more as we go through the morning. And we're going to take a quick break.
You're watching Oklahoma's Own News 9 this morning.
6:30 on your Wednesday morning. We have some breaking news out on the southwest side of the metro. You're taking a live look at a crash scene. This is our news tracker Stephen Owsley's shot. You can see Southwest 15th right now is blocked. These two cars have apparently crashed here. Unclear right now exactly what led to that crash or if there is anyone injured. But at this point, as you can see, Southwest 15th is blocked. This is just south of I-40, way out on the west side of the metro, right there at Mustang Road. So we're going to be talking with Megan Gold here in just a little bit to get the latest on this crash and how it's impacting traffic. First, we got to talk a little bit about the weather.
Well, good morning, everyone. We're glad you're waking up with us. And boy, what a day yesterday.
Beautiful. And then the night was great too with the northern lights. For those who saw it, I missed it. Lacie says, look to the north to see the northern lights. Dang it.
Next time, yes. I'm going to get you one of those little compass apps, okay? And you just put that sucker around. Now, it was difficult to see with all the city lights, but you could see them, and especially if you got your phone out and looked through the lens, you got away from the city lights, and it was just spectacular viewing. We've received thousands of pictures from every county in Oklahoma. We have had pictures from. The northern lights were seen all the way down into central Texas yesterday. So it was just gorgeous. Daryl sent us this picture from Oklahoma. Just stunning, clear skies. Look at how vibrant everything was. Now the skies are gorgeous, but it's daybreak on our Lucky Star Sky Cam network. That's a live look on our SSM Health Cam. Sun comes up at 7:03, so in about 30 minutes, and we have dipped down to the 30s and low 40s. So El Reno, you're at a cold 34 versus 38 in Midwest City. Chandler 42, 38 in Seminole, 49 in Byers, 44 in Weatherford, lower mid 30s in many of the low-lying areas, and there's a weak cold front that's pressing in this morning, so we've got that light north wind. This afternoon, low 70s. It's going to be absolutely amazing today. Sunshine, low humidity, light winds. Then we're climbing. Temperatures will get in the mid upper 70s, maybe even close to 80, which is close to record highs for this time of year. Cold front hits this weekend. How strong is it? We'll detail that. Slow moving storm brings days of rain chances. It's just what we need. We'll have the latest data for you and the timing of it coming up in just a minute. Back to you.
All right, Lacie. See you in just a bit. Right now, we do want to turn back to that breaking news on Southwest 15th Street. Megan Gold standing by with an update on the crash. Megan?
15th and Mustang Road is where we do have our Stephen Owsley there, and we do know that Southwest 15th is blocked right now. It's also a construction zone, so if we can go ahead and take Stephen's shot, I'll show you exactly what that scene looks like. They're still kind of working with law enforcement here. Looks like we've got a car that may be about to be loaded onto a tow truck, but regardless, Southwest 15th, that's just north of Mustang on Mustang Road. That will be kind of an issue for your morning drive. So we'll take you back to Links 1, show you a couple other things that we've got going on right now. A reported crash in the northbound lanes of Broadway Extension at Wilshire. Looking from our American Fidelity camera, not seeing that, which is great news. Of course, I'll let you know if that changes. Down on the south side, I-35 at South 66, looking off to the north for those of you commuting from the south side to the north. It looks good to go. Nothing to slow you down there. So again, we've got our kind of two issues. Really the one, Southwest 15th and Mustang Road's the big issue right now. And again, that reported crash, Broadway Extension and Wilshire, as of right now, not seeing anything and not seeing any problems from that. Right now, drive times look good, guys. Back to you.
A Metro mother and her boyfriend are arrested, accused of child abuse that put a toddler in critical condition. Police say Amber Kennedy brought her 21-month-old daughter to OU Children's last week with a brain bleed. Police say there was also THC in the child's system. That's the main ingredient in marijuana. Court documents say Kennedy told police the child was hurt while in the care of her boyfriend, Matthew Hott. Police say Kennedy waited hours before taking her daughter to the hospital and knew about previous injuries caused by her boyfriend, but never reported it. Kennedy was booked into jail for enabling child abuse. Hott was booked for child abuse by injury. Both have a $1 million bond.
Well, what a turn of event for 4 Glencoe High School basketball players. They're eligible to play They've been reinstated because an agreement has been reached with the OSSAA, allowing these boys to transfer in and now compete with the Glencoe basketball team. Their families actually sued the OSSAA after the boys' eligibility was denied due to possible transfer violations. But the boys' attorney says the organization will issue letters of eligibility as part of the final agreement.
All 4 of my boys had parents, their coach, and their superintendent willing to hire a lawsuit and fight on their behalf. And because of that, they won.
We reached out to the OSSAA, who says it does not comment on pending lawsuits.
The Oklahoma Healthcare Authority rejects an emergency rule tied to Governor Kevin Stitt's executive order relating to abortion. That rule would have required Medicaid providers to disclose any abortion-related activities or affiliations. So board members cited legal concerns, confusion among providers, and possible lawsuits. The board will revisit this issue coming up on January 21st. Edmond residents will vote soon on whether to extend 2 city sales taxes. It's all part of a day that includes many special elections. That includes mayoral elections in Mustang and El Reno. Residents can vote early Thursday and Friday from 8 to 6 at your county election board. Keep in mind Election Day next Tuesday.
The cost of health insurance could rise if Congress doesn't strike a new deal on the Affordable Care Act tax credits.
Yeah, those tax credits getting ready to expire, and now we've learned plans for premiums could double for some Oklahoma families. News 9's Jordan Fremstead shares what experts are predicting.
About 300,000 Oklahomans rely on the Affordable Care Act marketplace.
You're talking about individuals who are self-employed. You're talking about entrepreneurs in the state of Oklahoma. You're talking about farmers.
ACA tax credits are set to expire at the end of the year. President Donald Trump has said federal health care needs change.
It's bad health care at far too high a price. We should fix that.
An uncertain future for ACA funding has Oklahoma nonprofits' attention.
And it's going to impact all Oklahomans.
Meet Haley Falkenberry.
I'm concerned for the state.
She leads the Oklahoma Association of Health Plans.
I know that the average we're looking at, the weighted average, is around a 29% premium increase.
Falkenberry says consider a family of 4 that makes $66,000 per year.
They could see their monthly premium increase by about $250 a month.
She says families that make more money could face even higher healthcare costs.
Your premium could actually double.
She expects healthy people to drop their health insurance altogether.
Up to 100,000 Oklahomans might choose to not have insurance anymore.
This raises prices for people like herself.
I purchased my insurance off the ACA marketplace.
Falkenberry says her plan already jumped $100 each month.
It's really hitting home.
As the state waits for a budget from Congress,
and so the state needs to have an awareness around it.
Preparation must begin with people's budgets at home.
Again, this is going to really hit working Oklahoma families.
In OKC, Jordan Fremstead, Oklahoma's Own, News 9.
And the Oklahoma Association of Health Plans just encourages families, please weigh all your options now before the prices go up. Look for more information on this story on the News 9 app.
The University of Oklahoma is moving forward with a $450 million plan for stadium renovations. The OU Board of Regents approved $30 million for the design of the expansion to the west side of Oklahoma Memorial Stadium. We now know that includes adding suites, 4,000 new club seats, and new lighting and sound systems. Construction starts in 2027.
Well, folks, the wait is almost over. The burger joint Shake Shack says it's opening its Oklahoma City location next week. The official opening is November 19th at the Oak Development right off the Northwest Expressway. The company says $1 from every burger and chicken sandwich will go to Regional Food Bank of Oklahoma. Doors open at 10 a.m.
We get off the air at 10 a.m.
That's the perfect time. Team building exercise. We'll check it out. Let's check in with Lacie Swope. She's in the Bob Mills Weather Center this morning. Hey, Lace.
Good morning, guys. It is a stellar start to the day. Skies are completely clear. Sunrise is at 7:03. We're already breaking daylight. Winds are light. Now, it's a little chilly. We have fallen into the 30s and the low 40s. This is a live look on our Lucky Star Skycam network. That's I-40 looking great this morning with the beautiful colors in the sky. But the temperatures are on the chilly side, and as we go through the day, we warm to the 70s. We'll talk about closing in on record highs this week before the weekend cold front hits, and I'm tracking rain. Your details are coming up.
All right, coming up, a big day on Capitol Hill. The U.S. House of Representatives meeting today to possibly reopen the government. After the break, the next steps if that vote is a yes.
And an Oklahoma death row inmate is set to be executed tomorrow here in the state. His only hope left, Governor Kevin Stitt. We'll tell you what options the governor has coming up.
Coming up on 7 a.m., the sun's coming up, the Eastern Lights, if you will.
Yeah, there you go.
I know where to find that one. I couldn't find the Northern Lights.
The Northern Lights, they were beautiful, Lacie.
These photos and videos are just crazy.
And I think it was so cool because there was a hint all day. It was like, okay, this has been a big storm, a big solar storm, but how vibrant will the colors be? And boom, the sun set and those pictures just started flooding in. Now, if you missed it, or if you're a big fan of that thing, which clearly Okies are based on your pictures and your reports, there's another chance again tonight of seeing them. Not as great as what it was last night. However, that forecast can change, okay, as the measurements from this big solar storm, it was a G4 storm yesterday, a coronal mass ejection of particles from the sun that hit our atmosphere. And when that happens, you get all those dancing lights. So the colors will be the most vibrant tonight, coming up into the northern portion of the country, but you may still see them across Oklahoma. It'll be clearer to see through your phone, if anything. We also have a chance for a few more clouds. We had some clouds last night, and you could still see the lights through the clouds. It was beautiful. This picture's from Buffalo in northwest Oklahoma. Shelly, thank you so much. I love that you can see the pinks, the reds, but then also the vibrant greens. Just stunning. I heard from so many people yesterday, and they're like, I've gone to Alaska, I've gone to Canada to see the Northern Lights and missed them, and then got a chance right here in Oklahoma. It's kind of a dream come true for a lot of folks. We had those gorgeous colors last May, and then again last night. Greg, thank you, from Strong City. Meeker, Nick sent us this picture. You could actually see some of the pillars showing up, and if you were watching this or watching it through your lens, you could see them kind of dancing around and moving around. It's just gorgeous. Mountain View, Judy, thank you for sending us that picture, and again, a little bit of cloud cover just made for even more amazing patterns in the Oklahoma skies. One thing you're going to notice now heading into the next few days is that warming trend that we have been talking about. So warm over the next few days that we're actually closing in on record. So today the record is safe. The record is in red. Tomorrow our average high is 62. We're forecasting 76. The record's 81. We're very close to the record high on Friday and maybe even on Saturday as well. So above average until the next front hits, and it does hit Saturday afternoon. The front moving through this morning, not really having a big impact on your temps, but it is changing your winds. Your Lucky Star Skycam network, and there's a live look at the Oklahoma skies that we all know and love. Traffic on I-40 looking good. That's I-40 in Douglas. Megan will have your full traffic update for your Wednesday morning drive. Oh, there go the birds. Are you kidding me? It's just amazing. 41 and beautiful as you start off your Wednesday. It's 35 in Kingfisher, 34 in Enid, 34 in Bristow, 36 in Seminole, 34 Chickasha. So grab the coat. Winds are out of the north behind the boundary, and it's about 5 to 10 miles per hour. We've had some gusts to 15. Winds are actually completely calm right now at Will Rogers World Airport. And there's a look at the clear skies we're expecting this afternoon. Beautiful colors with the trees as well. Some of them are kind of past peak, but it's still a beautiful fall day. 73 with sunny skies. Low 70s across the region. Get outside, soak it up. 72 in Ponca. The high will be 77 in Lawton, 78 in Altus. Temps across the nation. We are colder right now in portions of the deep south than across Oklahoma and the southern plains. So we've been talking about the record cold. Florida is chilly. Many areas are at or below freezing. Up around the capital in Florida, they fell into the 20s this morning, like North Dakota, okay? Very similar to what's going on in the northern plains. So record cold, but for us, we're on the warming trend now. That's our storm system from the weekend pushing away. Now we're turning out across the Pacific. There's Hawaii. Our next storm is now just over the warm Pacific waters off the coast of Russia, and it is 7 days away. So a ridge of high pressure is settling in for us. Our next storm comes in this weekend. It really takes a track up to the north, which means we get a weak front out of it. Our temperatures do turn cooler, but we're dry. Rain doesn't move in until midweek next week. And as that happens, some thunderstorms, depending on the orientation of this low, what the jet stream winds do, we might have some severe weather. Some data suggests it takes more of a southerly track and we turn colder, but it does have a lot of moisture with it, and the rain is looking good with that storm. So let me show you your 9-day forecast. Warm the next few days. Saturday, the front hits. We're in the 60s, upper 60s on Sunday. Not really cold. It's not an Arctic front. 70s into the start of next week before the stronger storm gets here, and then rain looks good by Tuesday night, Wednesday, Thursday, maybe even into Friday of next week. Highs drop into the 40s. Back to you guys.
Lacie, thank you. I want to take you back to this breaking news there on the northwest side of Oklahoma City. A person is shot early this morning. It happened a little after 2 a.m. right near the Northwest Expressway in May. You're taking a live look at the scene this morning. Oklahoma City police still out there almost 5 hours now. They say multiple people were woken up by gunshots. You can see evidence markers there now on the service road right beside the expressway. The shooting victim was taken to the hospital. We have not been able to confirm yet their condition this morning, but officers say they do have someone in custody. They're not sure if that person is the suspect yet. It's early in the investigation. It is a developing story, so stay with News 9 as we continue to learn new information.
Oklahoma death row inmate Tremaine Wood is set to be executed tomorrow, and his family is now calling on Governor Kevin Stitt to grant him clemency. Wood was sentenced to death for the 2002 murder of Ronnie Whipf in Oklahoma City. Last week, the Pardon and Parole Board recommended clemency for Wood. His family is grateful for that decision.
I also want to thank the Pardon and Parole Board. I'm so glad that they saw who my uncle actually is instead of the monster that they've been trying to paint him to be.
Governor Kevin Stitt says he doesn't take this process lightly and will meet with Wood's attorneys, the AG's office, and he doesn't want to forget about the victim in all of this, Ronnie Whipf. So the governor wants to meet with Whipf's family as well before making a decision.
Well, there could be a big day in our nation's capital. The shutdown's been over 2 months, and now the U.S. House is back in session today. Lawmakers in the House are expected to vote on an agreement to reopen the federal government. News 9's Kylie Dedman joins us now live. She's at our state capitol. If the vote passes in the House, when could we see the government reopen? What's the timeline they're looking at, Kylie?
Robin, as soon as this afternoon, movement to reopen the government started this week after 7 Democrats and 1 independent switched their vote and joined with the Republicans on Monday. But that measure of funding is just temporary. It would fund federal agencies until January 30th. It does not include an extension of the Affordable Care Tax credits, which has been the main point of contention between lawmakers. The revised Senate bill also reverses shutdown-related layoffs and guarantees back pay for federal workers. Congressman Tom Cole says the impact of this shutdown is real and that it is the American people who are paying the price.
All the difficulty Americans have endured in these past 6 weeks could have and should have been avoided.
Kylie, thanks so much. Kylie, having a little trouble with her microphone there. We do want to mention U.S. Senator James Langford says this has been the most useless shutdown in history. He says he is now pushing even harder for passage of what he has authored, Prevent Government Shutdowns Act. We'll actually be talking with the senator tomorrow here on News 9. The revised Senate bill will also provide year-long funding for SNAP programs. Some Oklahomans have started receiving their partial SNAP benefits for November. We'll continue watching that for you here on News 9. We'll switch gears, talk a little bit about the traffic report today. Let's see how we're doing. We've had some snags out there. Megan, good morning.
Good morning, Robin. Still an active scene, Southwest 15th and Mustang Road out on the west side of Metro, north of Mustang. You can see the car kind of involved in that crash there. At least one of the cars has been loaded onto a tow truck. So we're making a little bit of progress, but Southwest 15th is still blocked in that area. Let me show you on the map where this is. It's going to be just southwest of I-40. There's the outlet shops. And again, Mustang Road is the north and south road, and then Southwest 15th, the east and west. And that is the road that is blocked. Right now, that's our only problems out on the roadways. So if you're headed anywhere, major highways, I-40, I-35, good to go. And these are the Oklahoma skies that are going to greet you. Broadway extension getting busier down on the south side, starting to see quite a bit of congestion. I-35 at South 66th as the morning drive is picking up. Just be safe as you hit the roads. We're going to take a quick break and we'll be right back.
We are following several breaking news stories this morning here in the metro and in our nation's capital. Oklahoma City police are investigating a shooting near Northwest Expressway and May. That's your top scene right there. We know the shooting sent one person to the hospital. At one point, the medical examiner was at the shooting scene. We are there speaking with investigators, trying to get the latest. We'll be following it.
And a crash at Southwest 15th and Mustang Road currently has Southwest 15th blocked. Crews working to clear that scene. You can see one car on the tow truck, so they're going to have this roadway open again, hopefully shortly.
And as you're waking up on this Wednesday morning, the big news out of our nation's capital, the federal government could reopen as soon as today, bringing relief to millions of Americans whose benefits have been paused during the government shutdown more than 40 days. We're following all the updates on air, online throughout the day. Our Alex Cameron will have the reports from Washington, D.C.
There you go. All right, back here at home, weather looks pretty good.
Skies are clear.
Yeah.
It's gorgeous. We've got 30s and 40s as you're heading out, but we're heading to the 70s this afternoon. Ooh. Light winds and sunshine. Stellar. We're tracking the cold front that hits this weekend. It's not very strong. And then rain finally returning to the 9-day.
How are we doing, Megan, on the roads?
Only accidents at Southwest 15th and Mustang Road, and looks like it'll open soon as the tow truck is there, but Southwest 15th is still blocked.
We are loving those Northern Lights pictures and videos. Keep sending yours in. Pics at news9.net. We love shuffling through.
Hey, make it a great day. Thanks for sharing time with us here at News 9 this morning.